Did Jiri Prochazka get the luckiest route to the UFC light heavyweight title? The wild and unorthodox 205-pound brawler made a dramatic entrance into the UFC with knockouts that seemed ripped straight from a horror movie. But when he finally faced someone with a bit more technical prowess, Prochazka quickly found himself reminded that he's still only human. How did it happen? Let's rewind and take a closer look at his losses to uncover the answer. Prochazka started his MMA journey in 2012 with a brutal knockout of Stanislav Futera in just 53 seconds.
Stačil jeden povedený hák a Procházka vítězí.
Prochazka's second fight was just as impressive, although he took 9 seconds more to stop his foe.
Procházka aj se začal systematicky bít a okopávat. A nakonec jeden z jeho kopů kolenem našel Iceovu skloněnou hlavu a ten šel k zemi. Procházka tak zvítězil KO v prvním kole.
Prochazka's third opponent put up a fight for almost half a round, but his fate was written in the stars from the start. After showcasing his devastating striking in his first 3 fights, Prochazka proved he was no one-trick pony by choking out his opponent in just 80 seconds, showing the world his grappling game was just as lethal. With 4 wins in the bag, Prochazka faced a serious step-up in competition in the form of Bojan Veličković in his 5th professional fight, and that's when things got a little tricky. Veličković opened the fight with a few striking exchanges before taking it to the ground. Once there, he unleashed a relentless barrage of punches that ended Prochazka's night in mere seconds. Prochazka bounced back into the win column with back-to-back wins, most notably against Radovan Stosin, who was sent to the shadows with a brutal knee strike in just 26 seconds. Following 2 jaw-dropping knockouts, Prochazka faced his second major challenge in the form of the late Chechen powerhouse, Abdul Karim Edilov, who wasted no time in taking the fight to the ground.
Вот да, и он сразу понял, что вот здесь его будет преимущество, переход, проход.
On the mat, the grappling ace dominated Prochazka with ground and pound and control.
И прекрасный человек, и очень достойная личность.
Ну что, чех оказывается неустойчивым, пытается встать, понимает, что бороться.
In just 3 odd minutes, Edilov took Prochazka's back and put him to sleep to hand him his second career loss. Over his next 9 fights, Prochazka went on an absolute rampage, racking up 8 wins and showcasing a full arsenal of finishes. He was choking opponents out one moment.
Dozad, kdybychom po třetí dnes večer viděli, vypadá to tak. RNC, ještě Procházka tu situaci prodloužila, teď protnul.
And delivering bone-crushing knockouts the next.
Tvrdě teď Pen zkusil nastoupit do takedownu, ale naskočené koleno ze zadní a tvrdé údery. Pen zatím má tu obranu poměrně slušnou, ale...
After dominating the Czech MMA scene, Prochazka's skills caught the eye of Japan's promotion Rizin. For his debut, he was thrown straight into the deep end against a legend in the form of Satoshi Ishii in the Rizin Heavyweight Grand Prix quarterfinal. The Japanese, however, was no match for the young Czech superstar. With that victory, Prochazka punched his ticket to the tournament's semi-finals, where he faced one of the most elite light heavyweights in the world, Vadim Nemkov, who managed to take down early and unleashed a barrage of ground and pound. Back on the feet, Nemkov kept pressing forward, staying aggressive and dictating the pace. Nemkov dominated the first half of the fight, but then the tide shifted dramatically. As the grueling 10-minute round neared its end, both fighters were visibly drained, but Prochazka dug deep and closed it out with a strong finish. Despite being ahead on the scorecards, Nemkov was forced to quit at the end of the first round as his body gave out after the grueling 10-minute war. Prochazka moved on to the final, where he faced the seasoned veteran King Mo, Mohamed Lawal, who was Prochazka's second fight of the night. Lawal took control early, dominating Prochazka on the mat and showing his superior wrestling skills.
しっかり上取って浮かせられるスペースを作ってなんかしっかりくっついちゃうちっちゃくしかジリープロハースカの左の眉尻あたりから出血があります立つ動きを見せようかなみたいなところで決意どうだったか
Before knocking him out cold with a right hand straight from the pits of hell.
I remember when I knocked him out, I was like, stay down. Stay down, because like when I knocked him out, I hit him everything I fucking had. He ran into my fucking right hand. And when he crumbled, I saw him. You can go back watch the video. He was still trying to get up. Wow. He was like this. And I'm like, what the f? I'm like, I don't want to see this kid again. I'm thinking to myself, I do not want to fight this kid again. I'm like, because he's something else.
Just a year after winning the Rise in light heavyweight title, Prochazka entered the UFC light heavyweight Shark Tank as a man on a mission to destroy everyone in his path, which is why Dana White and company gave him a seriously tough test in the form of Volkan Ozdemir on his debut. Prochazka passed the test with flying colors when he knocked Ozdemir out cold in a little over a round.
I like the fighting, but I don't like to hurt people.
Almost a year later, Prochazka faced former title challenger Dominic Reyes at a UFC Fight Night in 2021. Reyes was on a 2-fight losing skid, but heading into the fight, he felt great.
You said this camp, you went dark. Is that just cutting off social media, or is it you just went to a dark spot in your head that you had to go to for this camp? Can you explain a little bit what you meant by it?
It was a little bit of both. I wasn't messing around with social media. I think I deleted my Twitter. I haven't reactivated it, or it's activated, but I don't have it on my phone. I went to that dark place and really examined myself and everything around me, and really took a good look at things from a realistic point of view. And then I found the light.
Reyes found the light until it was shut out by Prochazka, with arguably the most gruesome spinning elbow in UFC history that knocked the American out cold.
But a lot of people are saying you need to fight for the title. Jan Blachowicz tweeted at you saying, let's fight. I mean, can you say, I deserve the title shot? I have earned the chance to fight for the title.
Yes, I think I deserve that fight. But because I'm so my journey in the UFC is so quick, and I'm not enjoying that so much like I want. But I think I deserve that title fight. Yeah.
Prochazka's title fight came against Glover Teixeira at UFC 275, where the two went to war for 5 rounds. The fight was back and forth with Teixeira ahead on the scorecards, but Prochazka pulled off one of the biggest comebacks in UFC history by submitting the Brazilian late in the 5th round to become the light heavyweight champion of the world.
People are saying that was one of the greatest fights ever, or at least in light heavyweight history. When you're doing it and you're fighting him like that, do you understand or do you realize how great of a fight it is?
No, it was from my side, it was horrible fight, horrible performance. Yeah, honestly.
Prochazka couldn't defend his title due to injury, but true to his warrior spirit, he chose to vacate the belt rather than leave contenders in limbo. The belt then changed hands when Jamahal Hill won it, but he also vacated it due to injury. At UFC 295, Prochazka fought Alex Pereira for the vacant light heavyweight title. Heading into the fight, Prochazka felt that Pereira wasn't as dangerous as some of the guys he faced in the past.
Do you believe he's the most dangerous?
I will see that when I will face him. I think I fought with the more dangerous guys. Yeah.
Are you confident, Jiri, if you and him and this fight stays the entire time standing, that you can beat him in a striking match?
Yes. 100% yes. 100% yes. But there is the keys which I have to keep, and I will keep them.
On fight night, Prochazka's words came back to haunt him. In round 1, Pereira took out Prochazka's lead leg with brutal kicks, forcing Prochazka to over. Despite some early success, he got caught and was eventually knocked out. While some argued it was a premature stoppage, Prochazka didn't make excuses. He owned up to it and took the loss on the chin.
Hello everyone. I just want to say to all of you, thank you for your support. This is for me just a motivation. Nothing else. Mark Goddard was right. Maybe 2-3 more seconds and it would be on different way. But what happened.
Prochazka bounced back with a win over Alexander Rakic at UFC 300 to earn a rematch with Pereira at UFC 303. And despite a knockout loss in their first battle, Prochazka refused to change anything.
No matter the result, but I saw that fight many times and I will not change anything. And I wanna do the same.
Prochazka paid a hefty price for refusing to come with a different game plan, as Pereira made the most of the chinks in his armor and knocked him out cold with a head kick.
My coach is in, he showed me the video of Jiri warming up, and I saw that he was trying to counter-attack the calf kick, defend and counter. But I told Plino that he was doing the wrong timing. The timing was not good. So I saw that he was too focused on not taking that kick, and he was keeping his hands down and leaving the head, the head exposed. So I told him, I'm going to explore the high kick.
After 2 consecutive setbacks in title fights, Prochazka will now have to dig deep for a 4th shot at gold, and it will surely be a tough road ahead for the Czech superstar. Will Prochazka bounce back and reclaim his glory, or will he fall into the same fate as another superstar whose career faded with more losses? To find out, check out our video on Jorge Masvidal's rise and fall.